So apparently, lads, KFC now has a gaming channel. Last week, I was mindlessly scrolling through my Twitter feed trying to find some early Crash Team Racing videos. That's how much of a nerd I am. And I ended up finding this post. To enter this competition and to win an early copy of CTR, a chunk of £10,000, and a year of KFC, all I needed to do was retweet a few people. Around 50 people would be entered into the tournament, and KFC would choose these people completely randomly. They would also receive a free copy of Crash Team Racing. So after spamming my Twitter followers with 1 million retweets, I waited, and after the entries closed, I still hadn't received a DM from KFCgaming. It honestly felt like all hope was lost. But then, 3 hours later, it happened. I couldn't believe it because I actually speedrun the PS1 game, the original. I've got a few videos on my channel, and as long as the controls in the new version were faithful, then I think I had a pretty good chance. So the tournament structure is a little bit confusing, but I'll try and explain it as best I can. Each round had 4 races. In each race, you could earn 9 points for first, 6 points for second, 3 points for third, and 1 point for fourth, 0 points for 5th to 8th. Stage 1 was the community qualifier, so winners of the competition all went against each other in different groups. The number 1 person from each group, so the winner of each group, made it through to stage 2 to face the other winners from the other groups, and that's where the money was on the line. So it was £6,000 if you win stage 2, £3,000 if you come second, and £1,000 if you come third. And also the top 3 who've won the money make it through to the grand final in stage 3, where a year's supply of KFC is on the line for the overall winner. They also go against the content creators, and they also go against the KFC Bucket Man himself. The tournament was meant to start on the release date on the Friday, but it actually got delayed because of online server issues. But Sunday came, it gave us all enough time to practice, and yeah, let's dive in. I'll show you what happened. So here we are, stage 1, race 1. We are at Crash Cove, possibly the easiest and most boring circuit in the game. I was very, very, very nervous going into this race because I had no idea what the competition would be like. I knew I was pretty good. I was confident with my own skills at the game, but, you know, there's a lot of other talented players out there, so I was just hoping I didn't have an amazing group because only 1 person could go through. And at the moment, Zerka is actually in the lead there because he managed to take the shortcut. I didn't have enough speed on that lap. But as soon as we started getting into the race, I knew straight away that I think I had the skill to win this. I got quite unlucky with some items. Obviously, I got a blue orb there right before the shortcut. And this one here, oh my word. Into the sea! Into the fucking ocean. I was furious. Every time I made a gap, something like that happened. And again, I didn't have any speed, so I didn't want to risk the shortcut. I almost got taken out there with a rocket, but I dropped my TNT and managed to hold it off. And yeah, we ended up winning. Even with all that, it was quite a dominant victory. So the nerves started to settle, and I started to believe I can make it through round 1 here. I can make it through the whole of stage 1. So map 2 here, we have Mystery Caves. I think a lot of you will probably be able to tell that there is a pattern with the first 4 races. They are all from Area 1 of the Adventure mode. So the 4 easiest maps in the game to start us out. It's very straightforward, this map. You just follow the road. There is a little bit of a shortcut at the start, but I didn't really want to risk bonking. Here I made a very big blunder. I had a shield, and I threw it away. I am an idiot. However, Beanox came to the rescue. Thank you so much, Beanox, giving me a mask in first place. I love you, Beanox. Hell yes. And that's about it. There was nothing else to say about this race. I just drove to the end, and I'm pretty sure I timed everyone out. So I'm very sorry, all the other racers. I'm really, really sorry. Next up, we have Sewer Speedway. This map is completely broken in this game. The physics on the half pipes are so messed up. in comparison to the previous games. So anyone else who's struggling, I feel you. I feel you on this map. And here we have the worst start ever. We got bowling bombed out of first place, fell down the hole. Oh my god. So I was on a rampage. I'm not even 5 seconds later on, and I'm already back up to second place. I was like, nope, I'm not having this. I'm going. However, Zerka really did make a lead here, so it took me another lap to catch up with him. Just as I managed to get past him, I got squished. But I still managed to keep my speed. I think I knocked him with an item. He comes back at me there, and I green shield him. He hits my shield. He bounces off. Boom. And that was the end of that race. That was the end of that race. I just made sure I didn't bonk on the janky half pipes and just cruise to victory there, but that was a lot closer than I thought it would be. Zerka did very good on that race. So race 4 was on Rouge Tubes, and I didn't even need to race on this one. It didn't matter what position I came in because I had secured enough points to make it through to the next round, and I was over the moon. If you guys were watching my live stream, like, I was so hyped. So this race, I had nothing to lose. Quite a bad start. We got items again, but I managed to jump over Electro-Proof and then also put a bowling bomb backwards to hit him. I felt pretty mean. I felt pretty mean. UCOG bully in the chat. But yeah, I just raced this like I would do offline after that. I had 2 orbs chasing at the end, but they couldn't catch up with me. And it was another comfortable victory. And we got the sweep. We got the 4-race sweep to start out. Now we move on to the community final, where the £10,000 prize pool is up for grabs. Holy shit. I actually almost ruined my chances and got disqualified from the tournament because I didn't notice they'd invited me to the game. And all my chat throughout the night was saying I had an invitation to troll me because there was a little bit of a delay to the tournament. And they were all messaging me again saying that I'd received an invite, and I didn't believe them. I didn't believe them. That is the last time I doubt the chat. The last time I doubt the chat again. So as we've joined here, everyone's in the lobby. They're probably a little bit angry at me because I had to wait a few minutes. But yeah, now we're on to stage 2, round 1. We are at Polar Pass, and this is possibly one of my favorite circuits in the game. It is fantastic because the last turbo boost you get at the end, the big jump, that lets you achieve blue fire. That is a crazy mechanic on this game. It's the quickest speed you can go. And depending how many reserves you hold, you can keep it from the end of lap 1 to the end of the race. So you've got to make sure you're boosting like crazy beforehand to build up as many reserves as you can. I choose to go around the long way here to gain reserves. However, I think I end up dropping them. I just didn't drive too well there, so quite a sloppy start. Mikey does take the shortcut and gets ahead of me, which means he's going to get this item box just before me, and bonk! TNT on the head right before the jump, and I got sealed. Absolute disaster. So I'm on a charge now. Mikey was quite a way ahead, but by the start of lap 2, I actually caught him. And he just got orbed. So an orb was coming. Somehow it barely missed me, and it hit him the moment before I overtook him. So that was really lucky. However, he just got a shield in second place, took that shortcut that he took on the first lap, and gets back ahead. So this is quite a race on, but I'm building reserves here. I can probably keep blue fire, and
He didn't make it.
He didn't make it. He didn't make it. Absolute disaster. Disaster. And that meant that round 1 belonged to UCOG. 9 points in the bag. Mikey was going really good there, so I was worried about him for the next 3 matches. But Albino with second place. Very close second place. So maybe he's a bit of a dark horse here. As we move on to Tiny Arena for race 2. Now, there's nothing really to say about this race. I got a really good start, straight up into the lead, and I just drove away. No one got an orb. No one got a rocket off the start. I just drove really well, and I kept my sacred fire for most of the race. That was it. I was gone. This is a really fun circuit on this game. I feel like on the old CTR, it was a little bit a little bit janky at times on some of the jumps. They've made it feel better. It feels really nice. A very nice one to play on this game. But yeah, that's it. I even styled. Which I was quite excited about. Reversed over the line. First place by a very, very dominant margin. And that made me very confident. So we have Dragon Mines next, and this is a very, very difficult circuit. Not many people like this one because it requires a lot of tech skill, getting around the tight corners and maintaining your boost. And the shortcut is very nasty going up the minecart. I choose not to take it on this one. We get bottled straight away by Albino. That was a pretty legendary bottle to throw it forward. But now I get my revenge. Rocket up the ass. It's going to take a while for him to get that one out. I'm telling you now, that went right up there. That sends us into first place. And if you look on the mini-map, I think all the other drivers are having a bit of a scruff, a bit of a battle. So that lets me get away really far in the space of maybe 10 seconds. Oh, no. I've pulled out double the distance, it feels like. We get clocked, but it doesn't affect us at all. Like no one really catches up. We just stretch our lead, and by lap 3 here, all that's going through my head is, as you can see by the mini-map, Albino is not in second place. So if I manage to win this race and Albino doesn't come second, I have won the £6,000 and guaranteed entry to the final. We have 2 orbs on us. I'm going to leave you with my live reaction. Yes. Oh my god. Oh my god, Albino's in 7th. If he doesn't get second, I've won. If he doesn't get second place, I've won. He's in 4th now. Don't get second. Don't get second. He's still in 4th. Oh my god. Yes! Oh my god, they all finished within 0.2 of a second of each other. I've won. I've won, guys. I've won £6,000. Woo! Oh! That was so tight. They were switching on the leaderboards everywhere. Yes! Oh my god. That is ridiculous, man. I think you guys can tell I was just a little bit pumped from winning that prize money. Holy crap. I still am, to be honest. Anyway, we enter Blizzard Bluff here, and there's nothing on the line here unless I want to get the 8 out of 8, the clean sweep through the tournament. What? Doesn't look like that's going to happen, though. Bullied. I got landed on, squished, and attacked. So now we're coming from the back. Last place. Can we make the comeback of a lifetime? We can't take any of the shortcuts because I don't have the speed. You can only take that shortcut on the left previously, that jump. You can only get that if you have Sacred Fire from the turbo boost. And the final shortcut over the fence, not very consistent unless you have a speed character. I chose not to have a speed character. Looking back, I should have swapped to one beforehand, but oh well, it's not the end of the world. We're still getting bullied, but I will not give up. We're in 6th place. We're going into the last lap. First place is already on the last lap. We're not even entering the last corner yet. We're miles behind, so we've got to hope that something really bad happens. We are entering the final lap now. We've managed to get up into 3rd place. 2nd is right in front of us here. We're just going to sneak up the inside of him. 1st place, I think, has been squished by the bowling bomb, and I'm pretty sure they missed the shortcut as well because of that. So they have dropped a lot of time. I barely make that shortcut, and we have somehow, I really don't know how here, but we have managed to get back into 1st place. One of the best comeback drives I've ever done on this game. I really could not believe that. Whether that be... Oh my god. Whether that be bad luck from the other drivers or just crazy good luck from me, I don't know. But wow, what a comeback drive. And that makes it 8 out of 8 for the total tournament. 4 out of 4 again for this stage. And we are guaranteed entry to the final stage. Albino came 2nd overall. He is going to be receiving £3,000. And Mikey came 3rd overall, so he's receiving £1,000. Big congratulations to those amazing players. Congrats, congrats. We all now enter the grand final. You may see here in the lobby on the left some of these names, big boy YouTubers. You might recognize 1, 2, or maybe even all of them. Big boy YouTubers right here as we battle for an even bigger grand prize. 1 full year's supply of KFC from the Colonel himself. We start out now, stage 3 on Hot Air Skyway. This is my favorite map in the game. I actually have a YouTube video as well that I put out a few days ago of me getting quite a quick time on this. I have long since beaten it though by a fair margin, so if anyone's claiming they've beaten my record, you might have to think again now. But we get quite a bad start. I went a little bit wide. I made a few errors trying to get the item boxes. That allows Albino to stretch a bit of a lead here. I do manage to keep Sacred Fire around that corner. Keeping Sacred Fire can be a little bit difficult around a few of these corners. Albino doesn't successfully keep it, so that means I managed to get back into the lead very quick. And now we have a orb chasing us. Now these orbs they just ruin all your speed. So I'm focusing on the orb and not on the track itself. I have a shield, and I don't use it, and now I get knocked off the track again.
I'm an idiot.
Absolute nightmare. What was I thinking?
I'm an idiot.
Terrible driving, terrible everything. I don't know what I was playing yet. So now we got a bit of a comeback drive to make. I'm pretty sure Albino has a shield, so this orb is not going to affect him. So we've got it all to play for. We got to work our way back. But I'm very confident because I know this is a map I can fly around. It's probably my most practiced map as well, apart from 1 or 2. So we enter this corner again, tight corner, and we make it with our blue flame intact. We're catching it with Albino. I don't think Albino's got it. No, he hasn't. And we also dropped our shield on Albino for disrespect. The Doctor disrespect as we go through. Thankfully, this map isn't in a bathroom. We then come through, keeping our Sacred Fire for a whole lap, but sadly we get clocked, as you can see. All our speed went. As we approach the final lap here, we take that amazingly fun shortcut there, and we're almost lapping Vixter. If it wasn't for that little green bottle we had to avoid, we would have lapped Vixter in the first round of this tournament, the first map. Good Lord. So that means we've got 9 points heading into race 2. Cortex Castle, another one of my favorite circuits. Very tight, very technical, and very, very fun. You can also get blue flame on this as well, which is very, very difficult to maintain. We get an amazing start here. I managed to hold my reserves very well. I managed to obtain Sacred Fire off that boost and keep it around here, which is very hard to do to keep your reserves up. And everything's going fantastic. The best start I could have thought of. I didn't get hit by anything. Everyone else is falling behind. Feeling good. We go for the shortcut, we make it, and we actually drop a TNT to stop others taking the shortcut. And this happens! We get clocked at the worst time, the worst possible time. That allows Albino to now streak ahead. I've lost all my reserves, which means they're going to run out very shortly. Albino, I think, lost all his as well, and he's already run out. So that allows us to sneak back ahead. He also got spidered. He got hit by the spider. And another clock hits us, and you'll notice a very common theme in this race, and that is, for some reason, we get clocked a million times, especially on this lap. You're going to notice, I think in the next 2 seconds, there we go, we get clocked again. I think this one was Albino's clock, though, so a second place clock, as you can see there, he goes streaking ahead. He goes streaking ahead. Anyway, we got it all to play for, all to catch up. Another clock! I didn't actually know it was another one. God damn. Albino is about 3 seconds ahead here. We're going to try and build as many reserves as we can heading into this final boost. But we don't drive very well. We don't drive very well, and we actually lose our reserves trying to do a U-turn there. We start rubbing the walls. Everything's going wrong. We're falling further and further back from Albino here. We managed to get a shield, though, which is, I guess, okay. We can avoid some items, but we really, really need to hope for either some good luck, good driving, or a nice item to to snatch up here. But nope, we get a nitro, nothing we can do with that. So we just got to drive our hearts out, see if we can catch up. There is an orb coming though, the orb, and he doesn't have protection, which means we managed to actually get through and we squish him on the way past. More disrespect, but this TNT, and we get it off of our heads barely in time and still make the shortcut. That is possibly the clutchest move of the tournament. We fend off 2 orbs and we win by less than 2 seconds. So that was definitely the race of the tournament against Albino. How close can you call it? God damn. And with that first, that puts us on 18 points. Albino Gibbon is now on 12 points. And similar to the previous stage, if I manage to win the next race and Albino doesn't come second, we have won the grand final and the year's supply of chicken. Now this is also where KFC decided to mix it up a little bit. So we all expected Engine Labs or Oxide Station, another hard circuit from the final area of the game. Instead we get Koko Park. I mean, I didn't mind, but it means items are going to mean a lot more around this circuit. Getting hit by an item means GG. So it's all about this start. We make a big break for it. I go for the big shortcut here. It saves a lot of time going through that shortcut. Just make sure you hop like a madman when you go through it. And no one else goes for it, which means I've already got about 3-second gap. No one's got an item that's locked onto me as well. So I take the mini shortcut through the grass there, save another second or so. And we've already made a break. We're already ahead by a fair few seconds now. I don't think missiles can target us. So that's the way it goes. And on this final lap again, we're so far ahead. The orb can't even catch us here. It's struggling to catch us. And if my memory calls correct, I think it catches us right on the line. Right on the line. But it doesn't matter. Even if it did catch us, it wouldn't matter because we've got such a gap here. And there is another 9 points. I'll leave you guys with my live reaction. You're kidding me! Wait, if Albino doesn't come second, I have won the chicken. If Albino doesn't come second, I've won the chicken. I've won it. A year's supply of chicken. Oh! Chicken! Oh my god. KFC, I love you! I love you, KFC! Oh my god! I will never eat a McDonald's again. It's all about that KFC life. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. The Colonel. Can I get a KFC spam in the chat? The Colonel, boys. Thank you. Oh! KFC Gaming, lads. KFC Gaming. Whew. Well, we enter the final race here. And, I mean, there's nothing on the line anymore. We've already won. But I guess this is now for the full sweep, eh? The full tournament sweep. We're on 11 wins out of 11. Let's see if we can make it 12 out of 12. Full FC of the tournament. We start out pretty good here. We actually get a good start, unlike last time, around this janky circuit. And right here... Nice you can see why this circuit's even worse than it makes out. The hitboxes are just terrible on them rollers, and me and Albino get squished there. Still makes it very close, though. Very, very close race. He's right behind us. And also, KFC Gaming, the person behind the controller there, the chicken man, he is very close, tiny on the minimap. So it's a tight race, again, like it was with Zerka on the first round. This circuit, although it's very, very bad to drive, it makes for close races. We also get clocked again. I know you guys love the clocks. And we hit this turbo pad, and check this out. I think we did some Matrix shit there, especially with these awful hitboxes. I don't know how that missed us. I honestly don't know how that missed us. I feel like if that was offline, it would have hit. Maybe online lag. That's all I'm putting that down to. But somehow we did the Matrix maneuver and got out the way. And that means that we have pulled a very, very big gap again. Not too big, but judging by this course, it is quite a big gap. And on the minimap there, you can see Albino tried to go for the shortcut. He failed it, which means we've got an even bigger lead. And guys, I think we've got this. We got this. Last corner for the sweep. And there it is with the swag. The swag as well to finish it off. What can I say, man? What can I say?
Oh, man.
After winning a free copy of Crash Team Racing, we then went on to the tournament where in the space of 2 hours, we won £6,000 and a year's supply of KFC. Unreal, lads. Unreal. If you guys want some KFC, hit me up. I am going to be a very, very big boy with the amount of KFC I'm going to eat, man. There's a KFC about 2-minute drive away from me. I'm going to be hitting that up so often. But that's it. That's the end of the tournament. If you like what you saw, make sure you slap that subscribe button. If you really liked it, then hit the bell button. If you want to leave a like, a comment, and all that good stuff as well, and check out my Twitch channel where I will be live streaming this game. We've managed to get 1 or 2 world record time trials so far. Let's see if we can get some more, eh? Hopefully I'll see you there, and thank you so much for watching.